It is day 5 of launching a show about creativity. It's called Like Really Creative, and I interviewed last night after 2 interviews, this is the 3rd interview, Anderson Goen, the owner and creator of Ugly Art Co., which is a art collective, is also an art gallery, an event space. And Ugly Art Co., I applied in 2021. He put an ad out on Instagram, and I immediately applied and was so shocked when I got in, because I had just started doing visual arts publicly, and Anderson really believed in me, and he liked my art, and I loved his energy, and he's gotten me so many opportunities to get my art out there. My first art show ever was with Ugly at the Medicine Factory in downtown Memphis, and we got to talk about that and the long process of him opening his own gallery, and we talked about his family and his dad and his mom. And it was just, I'm really glad I got to know him more, because I've known him for 4 years now, and we got to really dive deep into his personality and art and how he's managing the two. I talked to him about using the Ugly Art Co. gallery to do monthly collage parties, because I do monthly collage parties at my tiny ass apartment. Like, the max people I can have is 6 before it gets too cramped and I run out of chairs and tables and space to put collage stuff on. And I've always wanted to expand it, and with Like Really Creative, I also want to be a part of the community and start a community. And I didn't put 2 and 2 together that I have access to this really awesome gallery, and it's a large space, and it's in a really good area. It's centralized. So in mid-March, I'm gonna have the first expanded collage party and invite the community and make a playlist, and I'm really excited to see what comes of it, who shows up. I don't really have any expectations. I would be happy if it's just 4 people, me and 3 of my friends, because I know there's 3 of us that always show up to the collage parties. And I think it's really important to have a monthly engagement that's like out in the public, and it's not just podcasting. It's like having a place where you can actually be like really creative. And collaging is so fun, like going through old ephemera, and I have a ton of ephemera that I need to get rid of. So what better way to share it with the public? And plus, it gives me an excuse to make a playlist, because I fucking love making playlists. It makes me feel creative. When people like really get into a song that they might not have heard before, it brings me joy, especially to like see people Shazam things. So yeah, tomorrow, I plan to transcribe or put Javi Green's video into Q&A format, because eventually I want to turn the Q&As into a book. Something like How to Be Like Really Creative, and it's all the interviews, and that's just a baby idea. I would really have to flesh that out and see how that would work, and ask the artist permission. And one of my goals, though, I was thinking about, is I want to grow my email list, and I want to I have a marketing background, and like the email lists I've worked with, they've already been pretty established, and so I've never really started one from scratch. So I want to start that. I have 1 subscriber, thank you, Shannon Corrigan, and I think the monthly collage parties at Ugly Art Co. can really help me to I can ask people for their email list, and find a way to get that organically out there without like begging people to join the email list. But anyways, I feel really good. I was a little tired today after doing 5 interviews, but I have an interview tonight with Jay Opp and Benjamin Reese. They are the owners of Haven House, and I've always wanted to learn more about the underground DIY scene, and it seems like they're like figureheads in that community. So it'll be very interesting, and I'm very curious to learn about how they met and what it's like starting a band, because that's like a secret of mine. It's like I've always wanted to start a band, but I've always had some imposter syndrome around that. So thanks for listening.